Hello everyone, it's Sherry Truler with Red Apple Auctions, and today I am using a new microphone. You can probably see that here. I've just been a little frustrated with some of the sound quality in our other videos, so I'm going to try this for a while and look like an old style announcer. I kind of feel like that, like, alright, it's 1932, we're watching the Yankees play. It feels a little bit like that, but hopefully you'll be able to hear better, because today, those of you that are creative are going to love this topic. I'm going to be talking about funky sound systems that match your benefit auction theme. Now, when we are talking about a benefit auction in general, we have some things that are required and other things that are optional, right? You don't need to have everything to make a successful benefit auction. For instance, you must have items that people want to buy. You must have a crowd that is interested in purchasing those items or is able to afford those items. And you have to have a sound system. That would be something that is required to have a good auction. There was an auction that I did. There was probably, 30 to 50 people there, very small, long ago, early in my career. But we used a child's or like an at-home karaoke system. It was given as a gift to one of the auction committee's children. And it worked perfect for that size of a crowd. But we did have to have a sound system. So those are things that are required. On the other hand, it's not required that you have a theme for your event in order for that to be a successful auction. Do I love themes? Do I advocate them? Sure I do. But it's not required in order to have a successful auction. But wouldn't it be great if you could take something that is required and make it support something that is optional? And that's where we get into this with the sound systems, because this is what I typically see at auctions, and this is perfectly fine. I have no problems with this. I would way rather have you have just a basic system like this than to have to go find something unique, because it's more important to have a sound system than it is to have a funky looking sound system. But here we have, what we call a speaker on a stick, or a box on a stick. You've got, the speakers up here, it's on a stick. These are usually tucked into the different corners. Here you can see it in an actual benefit auction behind the bartender here, and the guests are over here enjoying their cordials. So that's pretty typical, and that's fine. But if you're looking for a way to make your theme come alive, one way you might be able to do that is with an AV company that's got some creative speakers. And you'll have to call around to find out who's got these. But here is, an example. What about rock speakers? I've seen these around. I haven't seen them at an auction. I don't know if they're right for an auction, but surely you've seen these as well advertised. If you had a caveman theme, if you had an outdoors theme, these might work great. What about if you've got those real small ones, and I've seen them, but I didn't have a photo to show you, that you could tuck into foliage or tuck into a plant? That would be great if you've got some sort of lush auction theme like Hawaii or tropical. Here's one that we see a lot here in Washington, D.C. This AV company gets a lot of use out of these speakers. You can see it's a round column. It's fluted here down the middle. It's white. Big difference there from the black we saw a moment ago. Let me flip back to those. Big difference here between those and this. The speaker is here mounted on the top. Because of the coloration, because of the style, it tends to blend right into a lot of the venues that we have here in D.C., like our museums. This is the same sort of style that you would see at the World War I Museum, which has ionic columns. The White House has ionic columns, although they're smooth, they're not fluted like this. Many of our museums have these. The Jefferson Memorial, one of my favorite memorials here in D.C., has ionic, again, smooth, not fluted columns. So these fit in great. In fact, look at what this looks like in the auction. Here's a school auction. They hauled these in. I couldn't even find it in the corner back here. I had to look long and hard. I was like, where the heck are those speakers? I even think that this might be another one of them. I think that's another speaker too. But you can see they just blend right in because of the coloration and style and so forth. So if you're looking for a way to kill two birds with one stone and get the speakers that match your theme, that's a great way to incorporate in your theme in a different way for something that's required, not just optional. Now, if you're looking for other great ideas, head over to redappleauctions.com, where you will get a free gift. Right now, it's what sold like a gem in 2010. My top 100 items I sold for overvalue in auctions last year. Yours free. I'm Sherry with Red Apple Auctions. Thank you for watching, and as always, good luck to you in your benefit auction.